Hi guys, today is Sunday, November 12th, and welcome to episode 65 of Knits and Stuff. My name is Alicia, and today we'll be talking about works in progress, pretty things, local delights, and wibbly wobbly timey-wimey. But first, welcome to those of you that are new, and for those of you that are returning, thanks for coming back. Sorry it took so long to get this out. It's actually really difficult to find a good time to record when no one is around or making noise. So hopefully we'll be able to finish recording this one and get it out soon, so that way I can have a new episode out. It's been almost 2 months now since the last episode, and since then I've been to Seattle and Japan. So yeah, I'll have a lot to talk about, kind of. I do have some knitting to show. So yeah, anyway, show notes are going to be at knitsandstuffpodcast.com, and yeah, you can find everything there. So let's get started. So works in progress. I have my cable cowl, so going to get started with that. So this is the Cable Cowl by Christina Larson. It is quite long now. Yeah, it is out of Miss Babs K2, which is a 3-ply chunky yarn in the colorway Photo Finish, I think. I don't actually have that in my show notes. And yeah, it is almost done with the full skein. The pattern does have a specific length, but I'm just gonna knit until I run out of yarn, which is soon. And oh, and then I'm knitting these on US 11's 8.0 millimeters, and these are the Likey needle, Likey? Oh, that didn't focus at all, did it? So they're the driftwood birch needles, I think. So the interchangeable set. And they've been fun to knit on. I think I mentioned before that I wanted to try knitting some other projects on smaller needles so I can get a better idea of kind of like how they feel. But I do like them. I tend to like wooden needles, so yeah. So that's coming along, and I've had to move it over into a tote bag because, one, I don't have enough project bags for all of my works in progress, and two, it's large, so it is sitting in a big Powell's Books bag, tote bag. So yeah, that is works in progress number 1. And then we have my other WIP. Ooh. So I'm working on the Mental Lot by Jocelyn Tunney, and this is the pattern. I'm knitting it out of the yarn that's called for, which is the Mano Steel Uruguay Silk Blend, but I'm using different colors than this one. It does start out with the same grays, I think, and then it goes into some greens. So I've made quite a bit of progress since the last time I showed it to you guys. Oh, if I can get it untangled. So I'm realizing I'm knitting the largest size, and it's on US 5's 3.75 millimeters. And these are also, oh, I can get my thing untangled. Okay, these are the Knitter's Pride carbons, and I actually really like these because they have metal tips, but then they have like a softer main part of the needle. So I'm really liking the way they feel because they have like a clickiness to them that you get from the metal needles, but they also feel nice in your hand. So yeah, I like them. Anyway, so last time I was where that stitch marker is in the light gray, the lightest gray. So it goes from this dark gray to the lighter medium gray, and then the really light gray here, and then it starts getting into the greens, and then eventually it'll get into this teal color, and everything's focusing in the back behind me, and then into lastly the dark teal, which is kind of brighter than it should be in this, but yeah, it's a little bit darker than it shows up as. But yeah, so I'm knitting the largest size, and I'm realizing that it's gonna be pretty big. Normally with my shawls that I've knit in the past, I felt like they were too small. Like, I want to be able to wrap it around and feel really cozy inside. So I decided to knit the larger size of this one, so it would be more of a wrap and less of a scarf. But yeah, it's, you know, it's gonna be this wide and then quite long. Yeah, at least double the length, which is about my arm span right now, almost, maybe like 3/4 of my arm span. So twice that. And yeah, but it's nice to knit on. It's like all garter stitch, so it's very easy to knit and watch TV, especially Great British Bake Off, which I've been obsessed with lately, and watching so many episodes of that. So I've been knitting on this while watching everyone bake amazing looking things. So, and that is in my needle run through it bag, triangle, large box bag, I guess. And it's barely fitting in there. I'm running out of space if I'm just gonna like stuff it in there, but it works. And yeah, so that is all works in progress I have. So that brings us to, oh, actually, I lied, that's not it. I also have some cross stitch, so let me get that. So I'm working on the Fibery Friends sampler from Frosted Pumpkin Stitchery, and I've shown this on the podcast before, but this is kind of what it looks like. So I have, I haven't done too much on it, but I did the little scarf up here, the little stocking and the sheath, and then I started the top of the hat of one of the girls that's on here, and yeah, most of the top part is done. I just have a little bit left here to do, and then I'll have to do all the bottom part. So yeah, and then this is my little needle holder that's in the shape of boba on my project. So yeah, and I'm using this Q-snap frame to hold it, although I'm noticing that my hand starts hurting now, I guess because I haven't been cross stitching in a while, but when I'm holding this and stitching, the hand that's holding it starts to hurt a little bit. So I'm thinking about getting some sort of like clamp or stand or something so that I don't have to hold it, because yeah, it's kind of awkward. Although I wonder if there's a way to just add like a handle that would make it easier to hold, maybe with some sort of clamp feature rather than getting a huge stand. So if anyone has any ideas on that, let me know, or recommendations on what to use to hold it, like for stands or anything. Let me know in the Ravelry page, yeah, or on the show notes or wherever. Comment on YouTube. Yeah, so that's the sample. I've been working on this for a really long time, so hopefully it'll be done someday. And this is my little stitch or thread holder with the zombie pumpkins. So yeah, that's my cross stitch. Well, pretty things. So like I said earlier, we went to Japan and it was a lot of fun. We stayed there for about 2 weeks, and I was able to go to 2 yarn stores, one of which didn't have any Japanese yarn. I think it was more of a yarn store that provided like locals with imported yarn. Like there was Brooklyn Tweed and like Quince and Company, and some other things that I could get easily in the States. So I didn't get anything from there, but I did go to a craft store. It was like a fabric and craft store, and I'll have to put the name in the show notes because I forget what it was called. But it was huge. So Japan is crazy because a lot of the stores are multi-story. So this craft store had like 6 floors in the main building, and then like another couple floors in their like annex building. And that, I think the annex was where they had all the fabric, and I didn't actually, because by the time we were done, I didn't have that much energy to look through the fabric, so I didn't get any fabric. Maybe next time if we go back, I will get some fabric and actually get to sew, because I haven't sewn in a long time. But there's not much space in our place right now to do that, so knitting's a lot more compact. But yeah, so anyway, this craft store had a bunch of yarn, and they had a bunch of Japanese yarn. They had a bunch of other yarn that I got. They had some Italian yarn that I got, because when I went to Italy, I felt like I only got a little bit of Italian yarn. I didn't see the one that I picked up there, so I figured why not. But let me just start showing it to you. So this is going to be, oh, I don't need to look up, well, I will put it in the show notes, but I think they're the tape that they have on here, the Okadaya, I think that's the name of the store. So, yeah. So they taped everything, or they always packaged everything at all the stores we went to in nice little bags, and like usually taped things closed. So, yeah. Sorry for the crinkling if there is some. But I picked up some opal because I don't know of many yarn stores near me that actually sell opal. So I figured, why not, since I was there. So I got, I don't know that I have, I just realized I don't know if I can read the color on here. There are numbers. Oh, they have, okay, so this one is Cake Pops. And it looks like they have the colors in different languages right here, I'm guessing. So, yeah, and I'm not sure, it's opal, but I'm not sure what KFS, KRS, yeah, I don't know what this is. But it does say it's a 4-ply, I think. And it's, yeah, most likely sock yarn. Yeah, so this is the Cake Pops colorway. And I don't know if you can see, that's kind of what it's going to knit up as. Yeah, that picture. So, and then this one, I don't know if it has the color on here. Oh, but I think it's one of those artist-inspired colors. So that's what it looks like. It keeps focusing on I'm trying not to peek out, but then I can't see it. Okay, there we go. So it looks like the color's based off of that art piece, and the artists, and again, this KRL something, I don't even know. And then that's what the pattern looks like. So I thought it'd be fun to get some of the kind of like self-patterning yarn, because I've never really had something like this before. So hopefully I'll be able to knit up some socks eventually with all my other socks on the needles. Oh my gosh, I need to finish them. So yeah, that is the first thing I got. And I did have the intention of knitting while I was there, but I didn't actually get to. But I did pick up some Clover sock needles. So there's US 1, I hope, because they do say 1 on them, but I realize they don't actually say, oh, I think they do. I think this in the back here is, it says like 2.4. Will you focus? There we go. it's in parentheses 2.4, so I think that's like 2.4 millimeters. Hopefully, if you know, let me know. I can always just size the needles in my needle sizer. But oh gosh, I just dropped yarn. So yeah, so I picked up some needles with the intention to knit on some socks, but I never actually got to start them because even though we did have some train time, we were always trying to plan out what we were gonna do. So yeah, not much knitting time. But now that I dropped my skeins, so I picked up, we'll save the Japanese yarn for last since I started with the WOBBLY. So the Italian yarn that I picked up, trying not to drop everything. Okay, so the Italian yarn that I picked up is Lang Yarns in Mille Colori. And it looks like it's 50% wool and 50% acrylic, which I didn't even notice. It doesn't feel like acrylic. So, yeah, but it's really nice. I forget if there was a sample knit up of this, but it has this sheen in it that kind of makes it look like there's silk, and I guess that's the acrylic. But yeah, and the colors are so pretty. So I'm not sure. I feel like this would make a good shawl of sorts. It is kind of a heavier weight. I don't know if it's on here. Well, oh well. So yeah, that is the yarn that I picked up. So now we have our Japanese yarn. First, Noro, which I wanted to pick up when I was there, but I actually wasn't too happy about the selections that they had. Yeah, it was, I don't know, they had a lot of different colors, but it was kind of hard to sort through, and I didn't really see anything I liked too much, but I did like these. Well, they look like different. This is the same colorway and the same dye lot, but it's just, it must be different parts of the skein. But it is colorway 1, lot F, of Curion Solo. And yeah, it's kind of this whitish gray with a bunch of little color specks in spun in. So yeah. I feel like I have, like my hand spun that I have, it looks kind of like this, so I like this kind of, you know, neutral color with a lot of different color specks in it. So that's some Noro. And then we have some really cute looking yarn, and I'm trying to grab all of it. I think they have it as like sock size. Oh gosh, it's hard because the yarn is so tiny. I keep dropping everything. But so this is the ball band, and it's Corpocor, and it's basically a sock weight yarn with this cute, I just love the little illustration. That was half the reason I got it. And I think, I'm actually not sure what the makeup is. Oh, wool, something and something. It says on the back here. In the top, you can do it. Okay, there we go. Yeah, so it's 40% wool, I think, and then 30% and 30% something else. So yeah, so I got this like blue, like dusty blue color, and then I got this brown, which is a little bit darker in the picture than it actually is. It almost looks like gray, but it's really more of like a brown, a dark brown. Kind of. I don't know. It's hard to tell. Oh yeah, that's why I liked this one too a lot, because it has The camera's probably not going to be able to pick it up, but it has a lot of dimension in the colors. Trying so hard to focus. There you go. So you can kind of see like purple tones in it. It's got like purples and grays. A little bit in this brown. So it's like a gray brown, I think. And then, oh, they're so slippery. Okay. And then I got this variegated. I actually don't know if this is variegated or striping. But yeah. So I got this one. Yeah. So that is pretty much, yeah, that's all the pretty things I got in Japan. And I guess that kind of goes into local delights. It would take a long time to probably go through all of the things that we did in Japan, but yeah, there were a couple stores that I really liked when I was there, and I can mention some of those. One of which was the craft store that we went to, Okadaya, and then we also went to Atoya, and I think they actually have a branch of Atoya in San Francisco, so it's not as cool as the one in Japan. I haven't been to it, but I know it's not as cool because the one in Japan is 12 stories of stationery, and then another building with 6 stories of more stationery. So that was a really fun store to go to in Tokyo. And then all the Pokemon centers that we went to, that was also really fun. Picked up a lot of different cute like Pikachus and other holiday themed things. They had a bunch of Halloween stuff, so we picked up some things there. And what else? There was Loft. Loft was a really fun store to go to. It's kind of like a general store, not a general store, like a department store. And they had everything. They also had really cute stationery too. I think every store in Japan has cute stationery, so yeah, if you're into that, then Japan is definitely a place to go. And then yeah, I think that was pretty much all the like craft related shopping that we did. So yeah, that's local delights, and that means all that we have left is WIBBLY, WOBBLY, TIMEY, WIMEY, which just briefly mentioned that they did show, I think last time I talked about how they announced the new Doctor. If you're new, WIBBLY, WOBBLY, TIMEY, WIMEY is where I talk about Doctor Who, and they have a new Doctor starting during the Christmas special. Peter Capaldi's his last episode is going to be in the Christmas special, and then yeah, and then it'll transfer over to the new Doctor, and she has her outfit planned, I guess, or announced, and I thought it was, I don't know, I didn't really like it at first, but then when I looked at the individual pieces, I liked it better. But yeah, I think if she had a different shirt, I would like it a little more. But otherwise, yeah, it's kind of cute. So it'll be fun to see how everything plays out. But I just thought I would mention that, you know, she's got a new outfit. And yeah, I'll put a picture, or well, you will probably have seen it because I will have added a picture somewhere to show what it looks like. So yeah, pretty easy to cosplay though. So next time we go to Comic-Con, I'll probably be able to dress up as the 13th Doctor. So yeah, anyway, that's all I have for you guys. Thank you for watching. Sorry it took so long to record. Yeah, again, it's really hard to find a good time, but yeah, glad to finally be able to put something together. So social media stuff, I am Eliana Knits on Ravelry, and I'm Perfect529 on Twitter, Instagram, Pinterest, etc., everywhere else. And show notes again are at knitsandstuffpodcast.com. I'm also thinking about putting show notes like directly in the YouTube description if you watch on YouTube. Yeah, I'm debating on doing that. Let me know what you guys think about that, because I'm not sure anyone actually goes over to the show notes page and looks at them, so it might be easier if they were directly on YouTube, if you watch from there. So yeah, thank you again for watching, and hopefully we'll get one more podcast out before the year is over. And yeah, I can't believe it. It's already the end of 2017. Oh my goodness. Anyway, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.